In the name of God the Almighty, peace to you. Today I will speak about the animal rights, animal welfare, all types of animals, uh, including birds and fish and everything that's living on this earth. And to speak about that, we have to understand that uh, we are here as a race or a species, the humans, in order to rule this planet wisely. We are supposedly the wisest and species around, so we have to be protecting the rights of every other species that's living on this planet. So, first of all, we have to understand or how to design or define what are the rights of each and every species that's living on this planet, from insect to bird to animals to fish. How we can define the rights of each and every species. First of all, we as a human beings, we are obviously the most intelligent species on this planet. So we have the responsibility to rule it wisely, to control our greed, to control our aggressive behavior, and to control even our urges to do things just for fun. So we everything on this planet is made with a balance. The ecosystem has a balance with numbers and percentages and everything. We have to understand this first in order to protect the right of every species that's living on this planet. Of course, through science and through observation, we have been uh, getting to know many attributes and characteristics of many creatures that's living around us. Uh, but the same problem we fall, the more we got to know them, the more unfortunately there are people getting to know the animals around us. There are people who are abusing them and abusing their rights, abusing their spaces. First of all, for a species to live a good life, it has to have a space where it could roam freely without any restrictions, without any fear, without any problem. So it has to have peace in its own space. So we have this planet, we have 5 continents, and on each continent, each its own animals, its own species of animals. On their coasts, they have specific kind of fish and marine mammals and all these things. So, uh, as leaders or as responsible beings, we have to uh, leave in every country, in every nation, enough room for its animals. And that means that there must be spaces where there is no human housing is allowed to be built. There must be larger spaces, and we have to divide justly our lands between us and the animals. And of course, when it comes to seas, when it comes to oceans, we have to reduce the amount of abuse we are doing, whether in digging for gas or for oil or making industrial explosion in plastic and all these uh, harmful things we create. So we have to protect the environment that every animal and every fish and every insect can live freely and roam freely, to live its life according to the ecosystem, in order for the benefit of every living thing on this planet. So this is the way how to be wise in managing our planet. That's the first step, to understand how things function and how we can protect it. But then, of course, we have to put laws in order to make our plans effective, because we, unfortunately, there are many people who are still going after birds for just fun, and there are people who go kill beasts like lions and tigers and big animals like elephants just for fun, or for example for its fur, or it's for ivory or whatever. So we are still having this problem. Unfortunately, with everything now around us, with all the advancement we have, we are still not capable of really protecting these species. So it's good to see a lion in a zoo. I mean, for you to get approach it, but it's not its place, the natural place. It's in the forest and the wilderness. So these creatures have to have their own spaces unharmed. We have to keep this going. We have to find a way forward in order for every living thing to. So second step, or one of these steps, we have to get rid of the human weapons. This way these hunters can't go after the beasts or after the birds or whatever. So these are the main steps, and also of course we have to reduce the amount of pollution we cause in the oceans and the rivers and all these things. So in order to protect the fish and the marine mammals and everything that live in these areas from our pollution, like plastic waste, like everything that could be killing them, because they are made to function in a specific way. They eat specific things. We are seeing many seabirds dying because they are catching plastic instead of the things they should be eating. So because they are mistaken things between a worm or a fish and a plastic waste, for example. So all of this is affecting the environment, and when any species is harmed, it goes to hunt the other species living, also including human beings. So whatever we do is coming back to us. So either we rule this planet wisely or perish. Unfortunately, up till now, we are abusing it. We are abusing the power we have been given instead of ruling the planet with justice and with wisdom. I'm speaking about this now, and I'm not talking about a religious point of view or non-religious point of view. It's a global point of view. It's a wise point of view. Any person who has minimum wisdom, mercy, and mindfulness about the world around them should know and should accept and should agree with what I'm saying. So these are the things, how things should be done and should be planned as soon and as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, when the main species that's ruling the planet is the most corrupt, how can you fix the planet? And that's the problem. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. no wise leaders, no wise any type, you know, there is no room left for anything other than human greed, human fighting each other, human protesting against something they want differently to happen, and divided into political parties, into religious sects, into I don't know what else, and that's it. So we have to wake up as soon as possible because the clock is ticking very fast, and I believe we are living the last seconds before midnight. So either we wake up in order to reverse things as quickly as possible, or we are going to a dead end. We will be perishing soon, like any other civilization before us, and then God will renew Earth again and hand it to new people, righteous people, whatever, for to start the new cycle. So this is how we protect animal rights. Unfortunately, whenever there is a pandemic, for example, like what's happening now, just the suspicion of a government against specific type of animals like mink and other, all these I mean, powerless creatures. They have been killed by millions, massacred, and this is, as I said, the human greed, the human selfishness. Our lives matter. The lives of other animals do not matter. Even the vast majority of animals are giving to us their milk, their eggs, their meat, whatever. So, and all of that I haven't mentioned yet the big abuse of food chains when all these chicken and cows and sheep, everything is being abused for their milk, for their fur, for food, for the meat. So the everything is exploding in order to uh, you know, being injected with hormones and to grow fast because you know the industry is very huge and the population of the human race is nearly 8 billion. All these people want to eat meat, so we are abusing animals in order to feed ourselves. So we, as I can see, as I told you, we have to fix the human race first in order to be able to protect the animal rights. Because when the humans are abusing themselves and everybody else or other species around them, that's the problem. So we have to fix the people who are in power, who are in charge, and that is the human species. So I think I said earlier in the video how we should plan things and how we could protect the rights of every animal living on this planet. That's from me today. Peace to you.